it's gonna help you get strength and growth even more than you've probably ever gotten before. Hey man, Gary Walker here, and welcome back for another video. All right, this video is all about these traps. Typically when you think of working your traps, most people always do the standard shrugs. Barbell shrugs or dumbbell shrugs, you very rarely see anyone doing anything different. Well, traps are one of those muscles that not only elevates your overall shoulder game, but also helps improve your posture. So traps are one of those muscles that you really want to make sure you are working. With that said, I'm going to give you 5 trap exercises you're probably not doing. These are 5 of my favorite trap exercises. Some of these work a lot better than the standard barbell trapezius exercises. So with that said, I'm going to show you the very first one I'm going to recommend. Very first one we're going to be doing on a low cable. Now when it comes to traps, like I say, if you have barbell shrugs, you're always in this position. Obviously, if you're doing dumbbells, you're in the same position. One of the best ways to work traps, you do want to do the shrugging motion, but it's with a different angle. You actually want to shrug not just up, but up and back. That's why I like the cable version. This is one of my favorite exercises that I always include in my trap exercises. So what you're going to do here, the first thing you want to do, like I said, you're going to have your weight set, you're going to stand in front of it. You want to get those shoulder blades back, and then what you're going to do with this shrug position is you're not standing directly over it to where you're coming up. You're stepping away from the cable and you're coming back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Straight back in. The other thing you want to do when you're working your traps is hold the contraction, the shortened position, for 2 to 3 seconds. So it's going to look like this. Back, 1001, 1002, 1003. Slowly release. Back again, 1001, 1002, 1003. That's going to help you get more tension on those traps. It's going to eliminate some of that momentum and some of the cheating. 1001, 1002, 1003. So you'll see the angle. Not only am I bringing my shoulder blades together, but they're coming back together and coming up. So you're getting both of those benefits. So that's probably my #1 trap exercise. The second one, it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to do some farmer carries. Now, when you do a farmer carry, you want to go as heavy as you can. You've got farmer carry handles, but you can also just use standard dumbbells. So basically all you're doing here, let me go and grab some of these, and you're going to walk with these. So that's what a farmer carry is. You're going to grab 2 dumbbells, keep your core nice and tight, and you're just going to walk. You're not shrugging. So here's how this works. This is actually working my traps through isometric contractions. So you're getting a lot of constant tension on your traps when you're doing this. So they're constantly engaged right now. Basically, anytime you are shrugging a weight, you're shortening those traps. That would be a concentric contraction. Now that they're fully stretched under a load, they're under continuous, constant tension, and they're contracting isometrically. That's why I love doing farmer carries anytime I'm working my traps. A lot of tremendous benefits to farmer carries though, not just the trap benefits, working your overall core, working your grip strength, which is a pretty key and crucial component for any man over 40. The next thing we're gonna do, the next exercise, is a rack pull. So what a rack pull is, I've got mine set up in a Smith machine. You can set up in a regular power rack or squat rack. You want the pins set to where the barbell here is slightly below your knees. That's the setting for this. So we're not doing an actual deadlift. Deadlift is if you're pulling the weight off of the floor. And anytime you do that, you're gonna utilize a lot more hips and glutes. The bar is slightly below your knees. And then all we're doing here is lifting the weight. So in this position here, I don't want you to shrug. Again, the way this is working through that isometric contraction again. So you've got constant tension on your traps when you're doing this exercise. The benefit to doing the rack pull, let me do a couple of these. The main benefit to doing a rack pull or a farmer carry is you're loading up the traps with extra load. That's why I like this exercise in particular. You can typically lift a lot more weight in a rack pull compared to even doing farmer carries. So the more you're loading those traps isometrically, the more dense those traps are going to become. You're going to build strength and density in the traps. So another great exercise you're probably not doing. Now another one, let's go back over here to the cable system. Another thing I really like doing on the cables, and I incorporate this exercise probably a couple times a week, and there's several benefits to doing it, which is why I do that. I've got a special handle like this. You can also use just a standard rope. These are the face pulls. So even if you've done face pulls before, there's several different benefits to doing face pulls. Couple different ways to do them as well. So basically, you can have your hands up, palms facing each other, and pull back. I actually like to reverse mine. I'll come this way because my focus when I'm doing these are on the traps. To work the traps, your focus should be squeezing the traps, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Now we're doing it from a higher angle. So again, if you notice the traps from the ground up, they're lifting. When you're in this position, you're squeezing. You're still working those traps, but it's a completely different angle that's going to target different muscle fibers of the traps. So what I like to do here, once I get the weight away from the cable system, then I'm going to bring my arms back and squeeze my shoulder blades. Again, what we're doing here is holding 1001, 1002, 1003. Every time I work my traps, I like that constant tension. Nice stretch, squeezing, 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 and then hold them back here. 1001, 1002, 1003 for 3 seconds. Just like that. So this is a really good exercise. Most people use this exercise for rear delts or even shoulder health. You can do a lot of external rotation. That's going to help strengthen the inner shoulder joint. However, the way we're doing them by bringing those shoulder blades together, holding on to that contraction for 3 seconds with every repetition, it's just going to help work those traps from a different angle. Now, something similar to this is what we're going to do with my last exercise. So the fifth exercise I'm going to show you is on an incline bench, chest supported. Basically, we're just going to be doing shrugs in this different angled position. So what I like to do here, you'll see the angle of my arms to my upper body, and it's almost similar to doing chest supported back rows, but we're not rowing the weight. All we're doing is squeezing. We're shrugging your shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades. 1001, 1002, 1003. Lower, slow, and under control. Squeeze again. 1001, 1002, 1003. Slow and under control. And again, 1001, 1002, 1003. So this is another phenomenal exercise that's going to allow you to work your traps from a completely different angle. So again, the standard shrugs, typically that's all people do. You'll notice we're still doing shrugs. This angle, more horizontal angle, a rack pull, doing isometrics, farmer carries, doing isometrics. So this is going to allow you to engage your traps utilizing a lot of different variations, different angles, working different muscle fibers, all the fibers across your trapezius muscle. So it's going to help you get strength and growth even more than you've probably ever gotten before. So you want to make sure you're kind of changing things up. Pick 2 of these, add those to your trap days. Traps are something I like to do once, sometimes twice a week. Just depends on whether it's a strong part for you or a weak part. But again, at the end of the day, it's going to help with your posture. As an older man, you want to make sure your posture is still nice and strong. So don't forget the traps. Don't neglect the traps. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. Hope you liked this video. With that being said, get busy, get after it, and God bless.